And hello, everyone. Welcome to Essentials of Strength Training through Ashby Village. And we're going to get started with a warm-up. So a couple things I always like to remind people on when we're doing a virtual workout, make sure that your space is ready and prepared for you so that there are no small animals around you. Throw rugs. The surface of your floor is good because, as Roberta just said, we always want to avoid any risk of tripping and falling. So when you're exercising, you want to be as mindful of your surroundings as possible. For me, it's key. It's safety, 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 safety first. So we're going to have a little bit of a different workout today. Last week was kind of an introduction to certain moves. This time, what I'd like to do is take it up a notch, but I will always give modifications for things. So you do you. You are your coach. You know your body. I probably don't know you, and I really am going to be demonstrating and showing for something that if it's not available for you right now, it could be in the future. So let's start standing up and we'll talk. I'll continue to talk and remind you about all kinds of things. I'm going to stand on my white part of on my two-tone rug here. And I'd really like everyone just to start by standing and feeling your pelvis width apart, your feet are pelvis width apart, that your head is ramped back. And what I mean by that is that you're not taking your chin forward, but your head is in line with your spine. So just think about that, keeping your jawline parallel to the floor, that your shoulders are down, that your ribs are down. So you're not jutting out through the rib cage here. Drop the ribs, open across the front of the chest, and think about lengthening up through your spine. You want to load the bones. That's really an important part of standing. We talk about standing and the importance of standing. Some people have standing desks. Some people really make a mindful effort to not be sitting so much because it's really important to load the bones for our bone health. So let's just start swinging those arms from that position. And you're just taking the arms front to back. Your thumbs are up, your palms are facing in. And this is really pretty much of a neutral shoulder swing. So the arms are going front to back. And I just want you to start rocking front to back, heel to toe. The other thing I want to say while we're getting into a warm-up is if you have questions, comments, put them in the chat and we'll try to adjust them at the end of class, okay? So, and try and save those questions and putting them in later, otherwise they keep popping up on the screen. Okay, all right, but don't forget your questions. They're very important and we want to know what you're thinking and how you're feeling. Heels up and down, arms lift and lower and lift and lower. So as you're lifting your heels, and I'm going to give you a little side view here, you're warming up those calf muscles. Super important to have strong calf muscles. Super important to have strong ankles. It's the base of your support, your lower leg, from feet to ankles to calf muscles. It supports your standing and it supports your gait when you're walking. Good. Let's do two more here. You should feel them really kind of starting to burn a little bit, and hold it. Take your arms out to the side, push the palms of the hands to the walls. That's it. Now make a fist and give me thumbs up. And then think about pulling your arms apart. So you're really opening up. Stretch the elbows long. Inhale, exhale, let it go, and start rolling those shoulders front to back. That's it. And let the elbows come up too, front to back. Reversing it, back to front. Nice. Good. Two more of those. One more here. Good. Spread your fingers wide and then curl your top knuckles. Bring those knuckles right here to your temples. Standing in that position, thumbs are pointing to your shoulders, shoulders are down, elbow curls in and out. So you're pressing in and out. What you're doing is you're warming up that space between your shoulder blades and a little higher, and your shoulders, and getting movement here through the arms and shoulders. So push in and open, and 4, and you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. One more time, open, and then goalpost those arms and simply slide your arms up, slide your elbows down, slide them up, slide them down. Two more, up and down, and one more. Good. Take your legs wide and just start by swinging your arms front, just here, just like that, and swinging and shifting weight. Weight shift, weight shift. So I know I probably mentioned this last time, but I will mention it many times. Balance is a coordination of many different things, as we all know. But one of the reasons and one of the things that we can address, are you taking your arms along with me into a figure eight? One of the things is about leg and core strength, being able to hold your body weight upright and hold it. That's a balance thing. And that's something that you can think about improving and addressing the strength of your legs. And how we do it is what we're going to be working on today. Some very basic and fundamental exercises: squatting, lunging, rotation, pushing, and pulling. Good. Two more. You're making a figure eight with those arms. One more time. Nice. And let it go. Good. Take your feet hip distance apart, and your hands are on your hips, just like this. And you're taking what's called a hinge. You'll hear me talk about hinging. Back is flat, and you go over for a little bit, not all the way, hinging at the hips, hinging at the hip joint, strengthening the glutes, and come back up. Let's do two more. Facing, shoulders down, hinge, back stays flat, and bring it back up. And one more time, over, breathe, lengthen, and come on up. Bring your feet in a little closer, and just bringing one knee up at a time, and you're tapping the inside. So you have this automatic small rotation happening from shoulders, pelvis, leg. So that leg is coming directly up in front of where your hip is, right here, right there. Thigh bone to the ceiling. Good. Now let the arms swing. So one arm is coming forward, one arm back. And don't forget about the back. Really reach back as you reach forward with the opposite arm. Good. Getting that oppositional neurological awareness, changing those arms to a reach up, up, up. So as one leg lifts, the other leg is pushing firmly into the floor, strengthening that leg, getting mobility through the hips. Up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just give me some heel drops, pump those arms front to back. Heel drops are something that you can integrate into your day by aligning the feet in a pelvis width apart. The balls of the feet stay on the floor, but you're lifting and lowering and dropping into the heels to create impact. Super important. Give me 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Take it side to side. Any of the things I'm doing that feel like a contraindication for you, you know you're not doing it, right? So if someone has told you, your physical therapist, your doctor, do not do this, do not do that, don't do it, okay? Breathe, arms out. Let's take this arm up and down. 2 more. One more time. Take it up, take a hold, breathe, drop your shoulder, let the arm go. Let's go side to side. Let the arms cross in front. Nice. Let's take that arm up and down and up. 2 more. One more time. Over, hold, circle it around. Good. Bring your feet back in. Let's try just lifting your toes. Toes up and down. So you rock into the heels, just the toes. The opposite of what we were doing before. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. Inhale, exhale. One stretch more for the hamstring and the calf. Taking this, I'm going to mirror you. This is your left leg. Heel down, toe up. Good. Deep hinges through those hip creases. Long spine. This is your hinge. Long spine, not a rounded spine. Keep it long. Pulling those hips away. Inhale. Exhale, and let's just wag the toe, in and out, mobility through the ankle, move. Good, and come on up. Take the other heel forward, hinge at the hips, back is long, breathe. Feel that stretch through the calf, feel it into the hamstring, up into the glute, gluteus maximus. Let the toe go. Good, and breathe. Shake it out. Quick feet, running on the balls of your feet. Get some heat and stopping there. Good, all right. We're ready for our first set of exercises. So I'm putting them together in a cycle. So we'll do sets. So we're going to start with a set of squats, and we're going to go into overhead press. And then we're going to go back to the squat, go back to the overhead press. So for this, if you have your dumbbells, go ahead and grab them. These are dumbbells for a squat, which you're simply going to be holding by your side. If you don't have them, don't worry. You don't need them right now. We're doing body weight. Body weight is a great introductory way to start strength training. One weight in each hand. I'm going to show you a side view. Head is ramped back, shoulders are down, ribs are down, feet are about shoulder width apart. So this is kind of pelvic width apart, shoulder width apart. So step it out, dropping down, you lower down. 1, 2, 3, press up on 1, lower, 1, 2, 3, push up on 1, and again, lower, 1, 2, 3, press up on 1, lower, 1, 2, 3, press up on 1. You have 4 more. 1, 2, 3, press up on 1, lower, 1, 2, 3, and press 2 more times. 1, 2, 3, lengthen up. 1 more here, lower, 1, 2, 3, press up. That's it, good. I'm going to put my weights together and I'm going to properly put them down. One of the things that I want to mention, if that squat is too challenging for you, you can do a sit to stand, which would be sitting on the edge of your chair, feet are wide, shins are vertical, push up, slowly lower down. Okay, so when we come back to squats and squatting is challenging for you, go to a sit to stand on the chair. All right, so now I want you to grab your 2 dumbbells. These should be light because you're going to do what's called an overhead press. You can do this sitting in your chair, or you can do it standing. All right, so I'm going to demonstrate it standing. Feet are parallel, pelvis width apart, and I'm going to start with the right arm. Press up on 1, 1, 2. Other arm up, 1, 2. Press up 1, 1, 2, and up, 1, 2, and press 1, 2. Overhead, 1, 2, and press 1, 2, and up. Let's do 2 more. Over, 1, 2, last one, and lower down. Nice. Good. So put those weights down. If you were feeling that for some reason in your low back, sometimes it's better to do that sitting so it takes pressure off the low back. So you are welcome to do that. Doesn't affect how much strength you're working in the shoulders and arms. Let your arms go. I want you to just move those arms. Give me a little rotation, side to side. And we're going to go back to the squat, holding dumbbells if you have them, or coming up from a sit to stand. So grab what you need. Weights, 1 in each hand. The weights are simply going along the side of your legs. With a squat, you are flexing at hip, knee, ankle, and you're taking your knees slightly forward and your hips back. Back stays straight, head stays in line with the spine. When you come up, you squeeze your glutes. That's how you're going to be strengthening them and engaging them. Ready? Take your feet wide, arms by the side, head is ramped back. Off we go. Lower, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, lower, 1, 2, 3, push up, strong. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Use the floor to lift. Good. Lower, flex, 3, and press. Let's do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and press up. And 1, 2, 3, up, 2 to go. 1, 2, 3, and press. One more time here. Lower, 1, 2, 3, and press, and stopping there. I'm going to put those weights down for a second because I want to say something else about the squat. For a lot of us, as we do the squat, and you are this is something I'd like you to be aware of for yourself, the knees tend to drop in. Okay. If you find that's happening for you, take your feet a little wider and turn out a little more from the hip so that when you go down, your knees are going to track over your ankles. Really important piece. Okay. So shake out your legs, shake out your arms, grab your weights, decide if you're going to be doing overhead press from a sitting position or if you're going to be standing. Here's sitting, here's standing. Weights come to the shoulders right in front. Let's alternate. Ready? Off we go. Up 1, 1, 2, up 1, 1, 2, up 1, straighten straight up 1, 1, 2, press straighten the elbow 1, 2, other side 1, 2, and press 1, 2, and press. Good. 2 more. Straight up, lower down. One more time, up you go, lower down. Good job. Put those weights together and stopping there. Take a rotation, spread your fingers wide. Good. One of the things that's really important about strength training and about our aging bodies is that our grip strength can kind of get a little bit less than we want it to. You need that grip strength, as you know, opening jars, opening doors, keys in a lock, pulling weeds, and you really want to be able to enhance your grip strength because studies have shown that grip strength can really determine longevity. So let's get cracking. Palms together. And we're going to just rotate those palms forward and back. One of the things that's great about this is that you are allowing your wrist and forearm muscles and bones to roll over each other. So your forearms and your wrist, super important for wrist strength. Take your arms. Good. Stretch those fingers, shake it out. We're going into our third and final set of squats and then overhead press. So grab what you need. And again, see, from a sitting position to a standing position is as important and as effective as a squat, a sit to stand. So you'd be going back down. Okay? Are you ready? I think so. Feet are a little bit wider than pelvis width apart. Remember, if your knees tend to drop in, turn out from the hip. Arms are long, ribs are down, head ramp back. We're going slow down on the eccentric. So lower down, 1, 2, 3, push strong. Lower, 2, 2, 3, and press. Lower, 3, 2, 3, push up. Lower, 4, 2, 3, and up. Remember, back of the head stays in line with the spine. 5, keep going. 1, 2, 3, up. Contract the glutes at the top. 7, 2, 3, and up. Last one. 8, 2, 3, and push. And stopping there. Good. Take a breath. When you do squats, you'll notice you'll probably have a little change in your breathing. That's because your heart rate's coming up. You're using the biggest muscles in your body. It's going to drive your heart rate up. Hopefully you're feeling okay and you want a quick recovery from that. So take a breath. Inhale, exhale. Starting here, feet are a little bit wider, pelvis width apart. Good. Straighten your knees. Push up 1. 1, 2, up 1, 1, 2, up, 1, 1, 2, up, 1, 1, 2, head ramp back, 1, 1, 2, ribs down, 1, 1, 2, straight legs, 1, 2, and up, 1, 2, push, 1, 2, and press. Good. Let's do one more each side. Press it up, 1, 2, and up, lower down, and stopping there. Nice. Go ahead and put those weights down. Shake out your hands. If you're just starting to use dumbbells or weights, really important concept about it is a proper put down. You may hear me say that, meaning it's kind of counter helpful to be reaching and putting your weights in a weird place. You want them kind of directly under your body weight. So I'm putting them on my chair. If I wanted to, I could put them straight down by my ankles, but I don't want to be reaching for weights because that will definitely tweak. Okay, let's go side to side. Let those arms go. And I want to introduce to you the skate. So step and tap in, step and tap in. This is a lateral movement using these lateral strength muscles right here as you go side to side, side to side. So I've got my shoulders and hips, my kneecaps and my shoelaces of my very bright shoes so you can see them. And you're going side to side. Good. Now I want to see if you can make that stride in your side to side a little bigger. So maybe you have a little bit of a reach. Step and tap, step and tap, step and tap, step and tap. Good. From here, we're going to go into another progression. I'm going to tap that other foot directly behind, step, tap, back. So I've narrowed my base of support. And by doing that, I'm loading up my front leg by taking a small hinge forward. So I'm stepping and reaching, loading up the glute of the front leg, and my back leg becomes kind of like a kickstand as I go. Step and push, step and push, step and push. Good. Let's do 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Walk it out. Again, maybe a little heart rate has been elevated. That's good. Shake out your arms and breathe. It's the really great exercise, why I've introduced it, for balance work, right? If you had to stop suddenly, could you hold your weight? We'll do more later. Let's move on. So we're going into what's called the bent over row. So I'm going to do this facing my chair. So I'm here, I've got my weights there. Bent over means I've got a slight hip hinge and my knees are slightly bent, but my back is straight. I'm going to grab those weights, take them off the chair. They're now going to hang by the side of my knees, head in line with my spine as I row, elbows up and down. Do it with me. Up and down, breathing. 8, down. 7, down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms down, stand tall. Good. Modification for that, next time we do it, if that was too hard, is to do it from a seated position, arms long, same exercise. But now you're not carrying and stabilizing the full weight of your body. Okay, so go ahead and put those down. I'm going to move my chair a little bit because I'm going to go back to that lateral step, lateral step, lateral step. This time, I want you to tap the foot back when you go. Step and tap, step and tap, step and tap. Now put your hands on your pelvis. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. I've got a small hinge here. As you can see, my shoulders are in front of my hips. So it's a little bit more of a workout for that forward leg. Step and tap, step and tap, step and tap, and swing and go. And it's 8 and back and 7 and back and 6 and back, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Nice. Come to standing, straighten up, lengthen up, and give me a small rotation here to release. Good. All right, we're going back to the bent over row. You can do that sitting down, or you can do it standing up. So start feet, pelvis width apart, arms long. Drop into your hinge position, and the back of the head is in line with the spine. Arms are like a plumb line from the shoulders, so straight down. And here we go. Up 1 and 2. Elbows go beyond the ribs. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Arms down, stand tall. Good. Breathe. So that bent over row, you can do sitting, as we talked about, or standing, like we just did. But the exercise is about getting the elbow back. So you're using your back muscle. So it's shoulders, biceps, and your lats as you pull back. And stabilization, lots of stabilization going on. Because if you weren't using your core to stabilize, you'd be wobbling. So that's where the core stabilization comes in strong. All right, one more set of little skaters as we go. Side to side. So side to side, pushing off, using these lateral muscles. Nice. Good. So this time I want to see, and I want you to think about, can you float this opposite foot off the floor? Step and lift. If not, tap it down, or step and lift, and step and lift. Keep it going. Nice. And breathe. Now give me that small hip hinge and add the arms, and you go. Side to side. Use your arms. Add a little momentum here. 4, back. 3, back. 2, back. 1, back. Shake out your legs. Can't you see how when you're doing that and you're strengthening those muscles and what's going on with your core, that can actually really help you with balance? Because balance is oftentimes it has to do with coming off, not paying attention, something happens, but being able to control it. Not going to happen all the time. We're not always going to be able to control our balance for sure, but it's the stronger those muscles are, the better idea that you have, better chances. All right. Bent over row, last time. So you can do this sitting. That will feel better for you. And again, just a reminder, you're sitting on the edge of your chair and you're leaning, hinging forward, arms are long, and off you go, elbows back and release. And now I'm standing for you, those who are standing, elbows back and release, and back and release. You have 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Arms down, straighten up. Nice. Standing tall right here with the heads of the weights facing front. Little lateral flexion over to your right. Come back. Lateral flexion over to your left and back. Good. Let's go again. So a small flexion. Let the arm just go. Use your abdominals to help pull you up. Other side. Over. Use your abdominals to help pull you up. Go again. Over to one side and come up. Other side. Over and come up. Let's do 2 more. Over to one side and up. Other side and up. Nice. Good. Let's go right here, side to side. Let's go into a little bicep set. Rolling your elbows out. And again, you can do this sitting if that's better for you. Feet are pelvis width apart, so not really, really wide. So one of the reasons I like to really emphasize the stance that you're in is it really determines where your weight is. And one of the reasons to keep your legs in pelvis width apart is you are literally loading up the bones, right? Body weight, so that there is weight from the shoulder through the rib cage into the hip, into the knee, into the ankle, and then up again. So you're loading the body, the skeleton. So if you're standing wonky, you're not loading in an appropriate way. So just standing as best you can by thinking about that as a concept. So sometimes I'll see people in class kind of drop into a hip and lean a little bit because they're working their biceps. They think it's not that important. It actually all is really important. Thinking of everything as a full body workout. So go ahead and grab those weights. Let's go back. Let's load it up so your feet are pelvis width apart. Legs are straight if you can. Straighten those legs without taking your ribs forward. Drop the rib cage down and think about lengthening up the back. Good. All right, let's take your weights just halfway up to a 90-degree angle and lower, and 2, and lower, and 3, and lower, and 4, and lower, and 5, and lower. Take a breath, bring them back to that halfway point. Now bring them all the way up to the shoulders, up, halfway down, and 2, halfway down, and 3, halfway down, and 4, halfway down, and 5, all the way down. Elbow creases facing forward, all the way up, slow to lower. All the way up, slow to lower. All the way up, slow to lower. All the way up, biceps. You have one more. All the way up and slow to lower. Nice. All right. The opposing muscle group of your biceps are your triceps, which run along the back of your arm, side of your arm, tricep muscle. I'd like you to do this kind of in a bent over position. So supporting yourself. So I have this weight in my outside hand. You can see it. I'm going to take my legs into a stride and bring one hand onto my chair. So if you have a chair that feels like, wow, that's way too low, bolster it by putting a pad on it so you're not leaning over so far. So I happen to have my 4-inch yoga block here. You could use a pillow or anything to get you a little bit more comfortably upright. Head in line with your spine, starting with the elbow up. A tricep kickback, you're extending and flexing, extending and flexing. Back is long and flexing. 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time. 8. Bring it in, lower down. Good. So did you see about the idea of lifting that chair up so you don't have to go over so far? So use what's available. If that's not comfortable, you can always actually do it by putting your hand on your own thigh here. But I like to use the chair because I find there's a little bit of tweakiness that can go on if you're not adequately supported. So I'm going to turn my chair the other way because I'm going to do the other tricep. Okay, so I like having this here, and I'm not going over so far. I'm working at keeping my shoulders square here and hinging. Elbow high. Let's kick and flex and out and flex and out and flex. Upper arm stays in place. 4, in, 3, in, 2, in, 1, in, come up to standing. Good. Let's talk about that tricep kickback a little bit, because I know you probably have lots of questions. So the thing about the tricep kickback is back is flat, right? My elbow comes up. It's simply extending. So a lot of times what people will do is lower and lift the whole arm and shoulder. Your goal is to keep this from the shoulder to the elbow in place and then extend the elbow. Not so easy. Not so easy, in case you were wondering. It's not. So if you feel like you're not able to get into a full extension, maybe you want to lower the weight, go a little lower, because you really are trying to go through the full range of motion. All right, let's go back to the bicep. Picking up my 2 weights, 1 in each hand, elbow creases facing front, feet directly underneath me, my legs are straight. One more set of 5, 5, 5. Halfway, lower down, and halfway, lower down. Crown of the head reaching up, everyone. Lower down. 4, lower. 5, lower. Come to that halfway point, head ramp back, up to the shoulders, halfway. 2, and lower. 3, lower. 4, lower. 5, all the way down, all the way up on 1. 1, 2, 3. Up on 2, 2, 2, 3. Up on 3, 3, 2, 3. Stand tall. Up on 4, 4, 2, 3. Up on 5. Slowly lower down. Nice job. We're going to do tricep kickbacks once more, each side. So starting with whatever arm you started with, 1 weight, or do it without a weight. If you feel like, wow, that was just too heavy and I don't have a lighter weight, go ahead and get the form. So you want good form here. Elbow up, back is straight, head in line with your spine, and you're going to extend out 1 and flex, and 2 and flex, and 3, out 4, 5, 6, 7, one more time, 8, up, good. Changing sides. I'm going to move my chair so you can see me. Other side. Nice and tall to start. Straighten up. Now come over. Good. Hand that's on it's a long arm. Straight elbow. Elbow up. Here we go. Left side. 1 and out and breathe and keep it going. Head in line with your spine. Let's do 2 more this side. 1 more time and in. Nice job. Go ahead. Properly put those weights out of your way. You can move your chair. I'm moving mine. And I'd like to go into a little balance work and a stretch. So circle those shoulders around. Spread your fingers. So here's a great stretch for wrist and forearm. We're really important components of your grip strength. So you probably have done this, but go ahead, let's do it together. Palm directly forward, and with the other hand, gently pulling those fingers back and pressing the heel of the hand forward. Lengthen the arm, drop the shoulders, ramp your head back, and breathe. Gentle is the key here. There's a lot of nerves in the hands and wrists, as you all know, and you want to be gentle with nerves. They don't like to necessarily be stretched, but they like to be moved. So let's reverse that. Taking the fingers under, and then you're drawing the fingers towards the wrist this way. So you're getting synovial fluid and blood flow into the wrist and the forearm, which is really good as you build strength, and let that go. Let's do the other hand directly here. Fingers gently back, gently, gently. Breathe. You can close your eyes, lower your gaze, and focus on your breath, inhaling and exhaling, and then reverse it. Fingers tucked under here, stretching through the top of the hand, top of the wrist. Great. And release that. Go. We did this one. This is great. Palms together, rotation. The other is clasp hands and taking a row around this way here. Another way to strengthen your grip is to use it, obviously. So if I were to pick up my heavy weights and hold them and simply hold them with my arms long, shoulders down, they should probably be heavy. So if they're your super light weights, it's probably not going to make a difference, but you want to go a little heavier. And you know what? Don't have to be weights. It can be your laundry detergent. I just bought mine from Costco. It's massive and heavy, and that would work. It's got a great handle. Maybe I'd have two. Maybe I would just do one at a time, not a problem, and then the other. But for right now, you want heavy here. Lengthening the arms and simply standing. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to do a proper put down. Nice. Shaking out. Let's do some tapping. So start here in the upper back and then working your way down and back up again. And then across the chest and back and change. Coming up the other arm, tapping. I know those of you who do Tai Chi, this is often an integral part of it, which is a great way to wake everything up and again, get blood flow gently. Good, just tap out to the top of the legs. Inner thighs, come back up, shake it out. Good, hands on the pelvis. I want you to take a pelvic list to your left leg. So now you've loaded up your left side. Most of the weight is right here. And that allows you to take a little swing with this opposite leg. That's it. And then just hold it. See if you can just open it to the side. If you need to tap it down, tap it down. Can you keep it off the ground? Reach those arms out. There you go. And bring it in. Roll your shoulders. Good. Hands on the hips, pelvic list, which means you're dropping this hip down, allowing this leg to leave the ground and be unloaded. So you're not loading. And then take it out to the side, hold it here, stretch those arms, tap the toe down if you need to, see if you can hold and breathe. Bring it in. This leg, can you bring it forward so you're heel to toe? Just simply standing. Chair. Great, great job for the chair to be here and support you if you're not feeling completely sure or secure in your very narrow balance. This is the tightrope balance, right? So it's heel to toe. We're not often in this position or holding it, but it's a great way to practice minimizing your stance, okay? You're putting load on those feet. Good, but use that chair so that you can straighten your legs, think about lifting the pelvic floor, lifting up through your abdominals, and then see if you can reach your arms up. Notice what's happening with your toes, your ankles, your calf muscles. They're moving around like crazy, right? Lots of movement and then release. Shake out. Let's take the other foot, heel toe. Still got my chair at the ready if I need it. Test. Straighten those legs. Good. Let's see if we can bring those arms up. Drop your ribs. Draw the legs in towards each other. So you're activating your legs, strengthening as you straighten. Just feel your feet and then bring it in. Shake it out. Those of you who've done my feet workshop know about the importance of that, working with the bottom of those feet. And we'll talk more about that maybe next week. So hold it here, take a breath and bring that arm across. If you have questions, this is a good time to put them in the chat. Comments, feedback, put them in the chat. We want to know how you're feeling about things, what worked, what didn't work. Be nice. No, I'm kidding. And if you have questions, we'll see if we can go through a few of those. Open the arms, take the other arm across, and take a breath. Good. Arms out to the side. Bring those arms up, palms meet. Exhale and bring them down. Nice work today, everyone. Shake out. Roberta, I'm going to turn it over to you. If you have questions that you want to read from the chat, go ahead and shout it out. Anybody there? Yeah. Hi.
Okay, let's see what we got here. All right. One person said that someone's been following you and think this class is great. Another person had to leave. I don't see any other questions.
Great.
I'm wondering, since we don't have that large a group at this point, I wonder if we could switch to if everyone could switch to a view where we have gallery view.
Sure.
You know how to do that, and then you can just raise your hands or put your cameras on, and you can just speak. We can
I think you have to shift it to gallery view, I think. Can you do that?
Well, it is on my screen. Let me see if I can.
Oh, you have a gallery?
Well, up in the corner, there's a gallery view. But
hold on, let me see. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Has everyone? So what I would like to do is unmute everyone. Let's see if we can unmute everyone. Actually, I think you can unmute yourselves. Try that, see if it works. Do I have to do it?
You might have to.
Yeah.
But while you're doing that, I'm gonna throw out a question. One of the things that I would really like to do, maybe on the last class, is to have us get down onto the floor. Not start on the floor, but we would kind of end up doing exercises on the floor. And I just wanted to get some feedback about how you would feel about going onto the floor. So I know there's people who cannot. I know there's people who don't like to. It's not like something you absolutely would have to, but it's an option because I feel like it's an important part of developing, routine, and also just being able to, if we end up on the floor, how are you going to get up? And so it's also another way of doing a little prep work for that. But there's things that happen on the floor that I think would be really nice to integrate. But again, I know that there are those who are hesitant. So when I do floor, I always encourage people to make sure they have enough padding for knees. If we go to hands and knees, make sure that you have a chair close by, that you are working your way down onto the floor using a chair or whatever other props you need. But anyway, I just thought I would throw that out there to see what kind of response there is to that.
Okay, so I've now allowed everyone to unmute themselves, I believe. So see if you can do that.
You can.
Yeah. So try it. See if it's working. Can you
You
try
just have to click on the mic icon. It's a little red mic.
the audio button. Go over on the far left if you have an Apple computer. Let's see if I can. And if we switch to gallery, well, Carol, can you unmute yourself? Let's see. No. I don't know why this isn't working. It worked last week perfectly.
Yeah.
Jessica, are you
Okay, there we go. I finally.
Okay.
All
right.
So yeah, I just wanted to reaffirm, I would like to see an emphasis on getting up from the floor, getting up on your own, being able to do that on, using strength. So I would appreciate it if you would go to getting on the floor.
Okay, thank you. Do you go down to the floor now?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're comfortable getting up and down.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not as strong as I used to be.
Uh-huh.
And so I want to be able to do it with more ease and,
Okay,
self-confidence.
great. Okay. Anyone else?
Well, so far we have some compliments, and then please, it's hard to, something about floor, I don't know. I'm not sure what they're saying.
Is it my carpet?
I'm not sure. Notice ahead of time to be on the floor would be good. We'll have to switch
Yes.
to an
Yeah.
iPad.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
someone's saying yes for floor work. I need to leave now. Thanks so much, Mary. Future classes, I'm interested in regular weekly classes, could be strength training, yoga, balance, and Tai Chi. I'm sure there are others. I've been using the bed instead of the floor. Is that an option? Maybe use an iPad to watch? That's
Bed,
You
it
could
can
use-
be. I mean, it's a very different kind of surface. But if you've been doing that and you're comfortable, secure, I think that's okay.
Okay. Okay, host is not letting me unmute. Let me see if I can fix that. That's really terrible. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, I said now allow participants to unmute themselves. So try it now.
Now it worked.
Okay, there you go. Okay,
It works.
excellent.
Now
Excellent.
it works. Now it
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Good.
Okay, so if you want to raise your hands to ask a question, I can call on you.
Mhm.
Irene.
Are there
Oh,
two Irenes or
wait.
one Irene?
Oh, Irene Marcos, are you,
Okay,
you have your
yeah.
hand up?
Yeah, I did. No, I think it was the other Irene. But at any rate, I just want to say thank you so much. I have to go. Someone's going to be ringing my bell. So thanks again. It was a really great class. Really
Oh, good.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Irene.
Bye now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, Sally.
Hi, like the others, I'm very appreciative of this class and realizing how I've slipped with all my strength and stuff from years past. I am having trouble getting down onto and up from the floor because of cranky knees.
Yeah.
And so having some suggestions around that would be great because it's something I would like to do ultimately. But thank
Okay.
you for these fitness classes. I'm really appreciating it. I hope it'll continue for a while.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. We've got another one in the chat. Thank you for offering. We'd like to continue it once a week if possible. I love your presentation. I prefer to do Zoom classes in the afternoon. Nice pace, love the class. Okay.
All right.
Any others? Jane?
Yeah, I just wanted to say it was a great class. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate your explanations of things, telling us why we're doing what and what it does for us. A lot of classes don't do that, but that is very helpful. It helps me
Good.
focus on what part of my body I should feel it the most in. And
Right.
that's
Right.
really
Good.
good to know. So
Good. Good. Well, thank you for that feedback. Glad
Yeah.
that's helpful. Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
I know a lot of it is about, I think with exercise, there's so many times that we kind of go through the motion.
Yeah.
And when you know there's a purpose behind what you're doing, and you know that things actually can get stronger, you can get stronger and improve, it's a motivator. You know,
Right.
more information is helpful. So good. Glad you like that.
Mhm.
Okay. I think we have time for one more question. Debbie?
Hi.
You're muted. Can you try unmuting yourself?
I'm not showing you.
Oh, there you go. You're all set.
Okay, Mary, thank you for the program and all of the, I guess we'll call it little pointers and adjustments. One of the things I noticed while I was trying to do adjustments on the, I'll call them, I guess the squats, even I was squatting to the chair,
Great.
is my right knee would be like talking to me, going like, eh. So
Yeah.
What can
So
I
what
do?
what do you do about that? Is it, there's, what does one do? Well, first, what I would think about doing is, we talked about bolstering your chair. So like, all chair heights are not equal. And what you might want to do, Debbie, is make it a little higher so you don't have to go down so far. So that could be one way, and think about strengthening, starting to strengthen. You're not always going to not have that, sometimes we just have things, but see if you can adjust the height of your chair so you're not going down so far, and really focusing on taking your weight off that knee. That's why we talk about squats, is not being a drop through the knees this way. Obviously that's more quad, and you want to start getting these muscles more engaged, your glutes and hamstrings. So it could be that starting out there, it's a little creaky and a little, wonky, but it could be as you get those muscles stronger, there's less pressure on the knee as you go. So let's, just think about that.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I think we're.
I have one last question, and that is, I was mentioned last week, the possibility of getting a recording, because I think it was being recorded, so that, we can practice during the week.
Yes, I can answer that. We have recorded last week's and this week's, and Jessica of our staff is editing it, and hopefully we can get it out to you. Everybody who's registered in the class will get a copy of the recording. Right now, it will only be in effect till the end of the series. But
And
you
then
can,
yeah.
you can.
That
Mary,
means-
did you want to say something?
No, I was just going to say, yeah. And then we'll figure out where to go from there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. No, good idea to practice. So, okay.
Okay, well, thank you, Mary. It was a
Thank you.
great class. I loved
Great.
it too. And we'll see you all next week.
All right. Have a great week, everyone. Drink
Thank
lots of
you.
water.
Yes, thank you.